KL Rahul, Sai Sudarshan, Devdutt Padikkal, Dhruv Jurel, Ravindra Jadeja, he'll be the vice captain for this series. Washington Sundar, Jasprit Bumrah, Akshar Patel, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna, Kuldeep Yadav, and N. Jagdishan. Yeah, I mean, obviously, frankly, we expected a little bit more. I mean, he's played 4 tests, you've spoken about 1 innings. Yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, we feel Padikkal offers a little bit more at this point. And yeah, I wish we could give everyone 15 or 20 tests. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And Padikkal's been in the test squad. I mean, he was in the test squad in Australia, played in Dharamshala against England, got a 50 there. So he's shown some decent form with India. So yeah, frankly, we expected a bit more from Karun on the England trip. I mean, normally when you travel, you carry 16 or 17. You take a third opener. Here, if there is some injury or something goes wrong, you can always fly a guy out and play him. So here, you get an extra spinning all-rounder in Akshar Patel, who wasn't part of the squad to England, and we only picked 15 years. So there's nothing to his story. KL Rahul and Jaiswal haven't done too badly. So at the moment, we don't need a third opener just sitting out in the squad. If need be, we can always fly him and play the test. No, I mean, this team's for both the test matches, so he's available for both the test matches. Yeah, I mean, we've had a fair break after England. In fact, he didn't play the 5th test either, so there's been a bit, 5 weeks of break, and even this tournament's been fairly spaced out till this last week. So, no, he's ready and keen to play both test matches. No, generally, I mean, you try and pick the best 15 that's available. Sometimes you've got to make decisions on certain players, which is never easy. Haven't been a player, but you try and pick the best 15 that's available for that particular series. Of course, you have an eye on what the future holds, but your primary focus when you pick a team is for that particular series, and that's generally been the goal. Most of the test guys pick themselves. There's always 1 or 2 or 3 spots, and when you pick 15, obviously when you play at home, unlike when you travel, when there are 16, maybe sometimes 17 guys, there are 2 spots less. So I think eventually the performances dictate who makes the team and not, and sometimes, of course, the balance in the combinations. You'll have an extra spinner in India as opposed to a seamer when you travel abroad, but that's essentially it. Yeah, I mean, it's I think most of the guys in that squad had incredible series in England, whether it was with the bat or some of them with the ball. So now we're confident that we've picked a good 15. Now, of course, Karan, WTC mode, every test match becomes very important. So we had a terrible series against New Zealand, and maybe it was a wake-up call. It was a lesson. You don't want that repeated again. We've generally been over the last a long time very strong at home. That was after a while that we've had a few bad results, and we want to try and put it right. All these 4 test matches that we'll play at home, to West Indies and to South Africa, become very critical key. Before the WTC, you want to try and get as many points as possible, particularly at home. You don't want to try and, it's a game, so anything's possible, but you don't want to try and let what happened against New Zealand happen again. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially the reason. I think Rishabh's the vice captain at the moment and a key player, but unfortunately hasn't quite recovered to make this particular test series. We're hopeful that he'll be available for South Africa. And Jaddu's been, one of your top performers there. So with a lot of experience. So that's essentially the reason. Yeah, I think I just answered with regards to Bumrah that obviously the squad is picked for both games, so he's available for both games. With regards to Rishabh, I don't think he's quite made this series. He won't be ready. But like I said, we are hopeful that by the time South Africa comes around, he's 100% fit. Exact timelines, I know he's not going to make these 2 test matches, but after that he's very close to getting fit. Eventually, it's a little bit about continuity. I mean, I think 1-2 बार changes हुए number 3 पे because the combination that we played. played an extra all-rounder down the order, and that's how we changed the combination. We needed extra. Then Reddy came into the picture in couple of the tests. So that just depends on what the captain and the coach at that point want and what balance they want to do. But as far as going forward is concerned, I mean, Sai's shown a lot of promise. We know he's a very good player, and hopefully we can give him a longish run from now on at a particular number. And when people like Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma retire, those are big holes to fill here always. I mean, not to forget Ashwin a few months back, and Shami hasn't now played for a while. Those guys have been sort of over the last 10 years been key players for the team. So those things, but a lot of these younger guys have shown some really good signs in England, which was a really tough tour, even though we didn't win it. But there were lots of positives, and us pe hi build kar sakte hain, and hopefully going forward we can give these guys time to actually build their careers. I don't think we've discussed the 50-over format yet. At the moment, we have to pick test match the team for these 2 test matches. Look, Shreyas is a senior player. He obviously leads his franchise in IPL cricket. He's one of the senior guys. He was captain for India as well. It's not like because of that we are looking at him as a test captain. So he is. You're trying to find qualities of a leader in a lot of people, and India sort of gives us an opportunity to see if somebody has that ability. Unfortunately, I think the statement was put out already with regards to his fitness in terms of red ball cricket. He won't be available, and that gives us a chance. I mean, he's been a key player in one-day cricket over the last few years. So he gets 3 games before we go to Australia, and more than anything, we want him playing and playing well because he becomes a key member in the one-day squad.